In this video, we will explain some basic information about tax residency. The word residency can have many different meanings. Residency for tax purposes is not the same as residency for tuition purposes or immigration purposes, so don't confuse these. Most UC Berkeley students and scholars in F or J status are considered non-resident aliens for tax purposes. Your tax residency status determines which forms you need to submit to the IRS, and it also determines what information you need to include on your forms. It also determines what income you are taxed on. For example, resident aliens must report worldwide income. Non-resident aliens only report and are taxed on income that they earned from a U.S. source. F1 and J1 students are considered non-resident aliens for their first 5 calendar years in the U.S. If you are an F1 or J1 student, you may be a resident alien for tax purposes or a non-resident alien for tax purposes, depending on when your program began and when you entered the United States. J1 scholars are considered non-resident aliens for their first 2 calendar years in the U.S. If you are a J1 scholar, you may be a resident alien for tax purposes or a non-resident alien for tax purposes, depending on when your program began and when you entered the United States. Please note that these are general guidelines. Your specific case may depend on other factors, such as the time that you spent previously in the U.S. You should also be aware that your tax residency status can change. If you remain in the U.S. for a certain period of time, your status will change from non-resident alien to resident alien. If you are unsure of your tax residency and have an active Glacier record, you can review your tax summary report in the Glacier record. It will indicate your tax residency for the current year. If you do not have an active Glacier record, you can use GTP to determine your status. You can also find more information about residency on the IRS website. UC Berkeley offers free tax software called GTP to students and scholars who are non-resident aliens for tax purposes. If you made U.S. source income, the software can help you prepare your tax forms. If you are a resident for tax purposes, unfortunately, GTP is not designed for you. However, you can use one of the tax services listed on our website to assist you with your tax filing obligations. If you are a non-resident alien for tax purposes and you made income from a U.S. source, we strongly recommend that you use GTP to prepare your federal income tax return. GTP is specially designed for non-residents for tax purposes. The vast majority of tax filing services, such as TurboTax, are not designed for non-resident aliens. If you use these other services, you run the risk of filing your tax return improperly by reporting incorrect information or using incorrect forms. This could even lead to penalty fees. Thank you for watching. Please note that Berkeley International Office advisors are not tax advisors. We are unable to answer specific questions about your taxes or tax forms. If you have general questions, please check our FAQ page, and if you can't find the answer there, you can email biohelp@berkeley.edu.